I've been anxious pacing around my hotel room for the last 15 minutes. I'm not even sure why. So it's day 2 of the CrossFit Games and we've got adapted divisions and masters athletes. I'm going to head down there soon. I want to get there before Sam Briggs is on and Stacey Tovar. And also I want to see like Sam Dancer today and some of the other kind of well-known CrossFit athletes. My lights just died. This is the only place I can film in my hotel room because everywhere else, look, it's pitch black. There are no main lights. Unfortunately, I'm really sorry, but this is going to be the angle that we have for the whole week. The events we've got today are pulling power, a gymnastics chipper, and the 5K, which is going to happen later on this evening. I think between other 2 workouts and the one this evening, I'm going to go maybe hire a bike. I just spoke to a lovely couple and they've hired a bike and I'm sick of taking Ubers around Madison. I want to walk but it's too far, so I think a bike is probably the best solution. Sam Briggs is one of my main focuses for the age groups and she is currently in 2nd place to Andrea, who is amazing. I don't think we've seen her in live competition before, but she is very, very strong clearly, and she's currently in 1st. This is after 3 events. Sam did get a last place on the Olympic lift and Andrea got the 1st place, so that is probably why she's slightly ahead at the moment. I'm interested to see what happens today and whether she can claw it back to 1st place. It looks nice and cool outside today, so I think I am gonna walk. One of the events today is in the Coliseum, which will be really cool. I have a really cheap seat, so I'm like on one of the higher rows. It'll be interesting to see what that's like and whether I have a decent view. Let's head off to CrossFit Games day 2. Before I go as well, I actually did go to Pick and Save yesterday and I got some fruit and stuff, so I'll show you what I've got. And unfortunately, I got a little lettuce, but it's gone completely frozen, so that's just gonna have to go in the bin. I've got loads of liquids. Iced coffee, because I need coffee at various times in the day and they don't have kettles, just like a pod machine. I don't know how to work it, so I thought I bought iced coffee. Kefir yogurt, which has kind of got a bit icy. Everything seems to be freezing in the fridge. Yeah, it's completely frozen. Oh, no! Well, that was unexpected. Oh, everything else is going to be frozen too. Why is it frozen? I've been living off smoothies. So I got the green one and like a berry booster one. This is the nutrients that I needed because I can't live off food from like takeaway restaurants. I also got cheese, a shit ton of apples and a load of grapes. So far it doesn't seem to be true about the fruit. These grapes taste exactly the same as grapes from the UK. The fruit does not taste watered down. The smoothies taste the same. I've also got like takeaway stuff still in there because the portions are still too big for me. And I got olives because I know it's a bit random, but I like olives. And like some other snacky things. Your cookies are like another level, and it's not like they're too sweet. They don't taste too sweet at all. They just taste amazing. They're just like, there's so much more flavour in them than there is in UK cookies for some reason. I don't know what you do, but it's working. Right, enough of me faffing. Let's go. You know, I was saying I do like too much English slang. I think faffing is English slang. Is it? Let me know. Is that, can I use that in America? Will people know what I mean? It is really funny that the European in me can't go like a day or so without walking or cycling. I can afford the Uber every day, but I don't want to do it. How cute is that house? So cute. These houses literally look like little fairy tale cottages, like Hansel and Gretel or something. They're so cute. Looks like a fairy tale. I've literally got halfway and realised that I've forgotten my earplugs, and honestly I can't live without them. I get so overwhelmed so quickly, and honestly like loud noises are just not great. There's a Walgreens though nearby, so I'm going to try that, and then honestly worst case I'm going to have to walk back. I got some. You have no idea how happy that makes me. It means I'm not going to be like overwhelmed all day. Following walking directions, I just turned the corner and I'm faced with this. How am I supposed to get through that? Do I keep going? Let's try the middle. There's my little shady cabin which I found yesterday. It's okay, we're fine. I'm in. I know there's an entrance just around here. These must be like all of the fences for something. They look like cattle fences. Interesting. It just look like it just looks scary. They're really tall. I'm at the GoRuck stand and they're like Husa felt bags. The big one is like 113 kilos and the other one's like 70 kilos. I think they'll tell you what they are in pounds. I think I'm gonna have a go though, because it's a bit of me. Like I've done a strongwoman competition. I feel like I could do it. Yeah! very slimy. Oh, it's heavy.
Dude, let's go. That was
close. I just want to get onto my knees.
That was awesome.
I can clean that much, so I felt like I could be able to. I'll do max of these. What's the maximum so far?
You're the first one to
yeah.
like this, so you're PR in it. You're good.
Is it in a certain time?
We said in a minute, but my guess is it'll be like, okay, I've done like 12.
Okay.
You're at about 30 seconds.
I put it down?
Yeah, whatever.
That was 12 or 13.
So you're at 10 seconds left.
Oh, that's enough. Like 17?
That's awesome.
Thanks. So I didn't get the 113 one up. I got it like nearly to my knees. If it was a bag, it would have gone up. I got like 17 or 18. I kind of lost count. It was either 17 or 18 on the bag, which I'm pretty happy with. I was first, but I was the first one there, so. But yeah, that was fun.
Stella, we've got our leader way out in front. He's the only athlete that...
Jason Grubb did really well as well. It's clear he's like completely dominating that field for his age category.
From the United Kingdom, a Games champion veteran here, her first year in this new age group.
Kelly Pruitt was from the UK, so it was amazing to watch her smash that workout. She did really well on the rope climbs.
Stand by.
It's really interesting seeing her with implements like sleds and rope pulls and rope climbs, especially now with her background in firefighting. They use a lot of implements like that in their like fire tests and training that they do, so there must be quite a transfer over. She's such a resilient athlete and she's amazing to watch. Sam and Andrea are, I think Andrea's first and Sam is currently second, and they had a bit of a battle in that workout as well. Pretty neck and neck the entire time, but then towards the end it's clear that Sam just has like a switch where she just drops the hammer and goes really fast, and I honestly think she could have caught Andrea, but she just ran out of gas like slightly before the line and ended up coming second. She smashed it though. And then I actually got to watch Sam Dancer and Scott Panchik. I've literally idolised Sam Dancer for such a long time. Those deadlifts, he made them look like absolutely nothing. And I remember him having a massive deadlift. I don't quite know how much it is, but I know it's a lot. And he just went touch and go on every single rep, never put the bar down. In the sled, Sam literally just decided to go for the whole length. I don't think he took a break in the middle. Everybody else pretty much took a break in the middle. And you can tell how heavy that sled is by how slowly they're pushing it. And Sam just went, like he just kept pushing until he got to the finish line, and it was so cool to see. It's really interesting to see him like off against Scott Panchik as well, considering Scott was in the individuals last year. Obviously he's come out of it with a fair amount of injuries too, but Scott did really well as well. It was interesting because Scott kept like overtaking in some areas and then falling back in the sled, so he's obviously got strengths in other areas, but the sled just kind of stuck him a little bit. I'm excited to see what happens with them in the next workout. Stacey Tovar was also in that heat and I think she came second.
Julia Lopez over the line here. Dean over the line. Tovar able to cross that.
I hope you guys appreciate this content. I've been on my feet loads, like running around trying to get some good shots. I'm heading to my little shady spot so that I can just chill out for a bit because it's so hot again. I'm so hot. I just need to chill out a little bit where there's no people, and then it's into the Coliseum for the next event. These earplugs, although they're not my normal ones, are an absolute godsend. I can actually hear less with these than I can with my loop ones. I'm much less overwhelmed. Maybe we should keep a score count for how many times I complain about being overwhelmed. It's a lot. I like the fact that because I have a camera I get to move around quite a lot. I'm enjoying that aspect of it. I think I'm going to struggle a little bit more when I have to sit down in the same place. I've also noticed, like culture shock wise, Americans cheer differently than like Europeans. In the Europe semi-finals it was just quite uniform, like that everyone cheers in the same way, but Americans like sometimes seem to throw in like a chant or something in there, or like will just cheer at really random occasions, whereas Europeans tend to just cheer when something is going on in particular. There's a lot more shouting, and maybe it's also because like British people are slightly more reserved and I'm not really like a cheerer. I'll be like internally cheering for people, but I've definitely noticed a difference. I also find like Americans generally talk louder anyway, so it probably just comes with the territory. I kind of like that Americans are just really enthusiastic about everything, and I've definitely, yesterday there was a few more like people that were less friendly. Like a couple of people were saying good morning on the way in, and I seem to be the only one that replied, which I found really strange. And like I've noticed that I'll smile at people and often they don't smile back, like they look at me like I'm weird. Maybe some parts of the US are just not particularly friendly. I'm not sure if it's where I am right now or whether the people that I'm smiling at are from other parts of the US, but being from like the southwest UK, We are very chatty, very friendly, very smiley, and if you make eye contact with someone you generally smile. But today I have noticed that a lot of people are way more friendly, and I met some lovely people on a couple of stands. There is a company, they do like leak-proof shorts, which is such a clever idea, and they gave me a pair as well, which is really exciting. There's lovely people on the stands, and yeah, I've just noticed that like American people are more likely to talk to you when you come up to a stand, whereas British people are a lot less like that. They tend to just like look at you and like nod, and that's it. There's definitely a fair amount of cultural differences still. So the next workout that's happening is the gymnastics chipper, and it's the first one in the Coliseum. It looks like the live stream for that is bad as well, so I'm going to try and get some footage, but my seat is quite high up. I booked very last minute. I had to get like a resale ticket, so it's on the second thingy. I think it's high, but I've got a decent zoom lens, so hopefully I'll be able to get some decent content. If not, then I'll just fill you in on what happens afterwards. Unfortunately, I've not managed to get much content of the adaptive athletes just yet. I want to try and get some today, but there is a lot on. It's quite busy and it's hard to get everything done, and some things are on at different times as well. The schedule is like all over the place. Like the Coliseum workouts have already started, even though there's been other people on the field. There are multiple things happening at once, so I'll see what I can catch. But right now I'm just gonna chill for a little bit, try and feel a little bit less overwhelmed, get out of the sun. I'm feeling quite hungry actually. I haven't really eaten a lot while I've been in here. I just don't really fancy a lot of the food in there. Right, come with me and we'll watch the next event.
looking to bring it across the finish line. How about Scott Panchek, long-time Games veteran, and he's going to take an effect win in the Coliseum. Solid win for Panchek. Papadopoulos, no problem, and he will take second. How about Brian Wong now, making his way. So far, all making their way across the finish line. Perez Ruiz out as well. Julio Lopez making his way. Answer able to cross the finish line.
Decided to rent a bike for the rest of the week, which is going to be so much easier than getting Ubers, and at least I'm going to be outside. I'm excited. It's so beautiful. I can't believe it, like the lakes, and there's like bike paths literally everywhere, so I can cycle all around and get everywhere really easily and also get my fitness in at the same time. It's so cool. I'm back at the hotel room. I am so beyond tired. That cycle was actually more tiring than I thought it would be. It was quite a long way from the cycle shop back here. I got back and ordered some more pasta and also some veggies that I can put in the microwave and like add in with the pasta. But I was so hungry, I haven't eaten all day, and I ordered from the Cheesecake Factory because I really wanted to try one of their cheesecakes. Quite frankly, I thought the Cheesecake Factory was a thing that was made up by the Big Bang Theory. I didn't realise it was a real place. So it's been on my list to order from. I'll show you what I got, and this is actually what's left over, and because the portions are so big I can't eat them. So that's like the carbonara that's left over, like that. I mean, I probably ate like a quarter of it. And this is the cheesecake, which I'm still yet to eat. The cream looks like it's deflating. I've been editing all my footage and I just need to finish off the video. Tomorrow I'm not going to do as much. I was trying to get as much content out as possibly could because of the lack of the live feed with CrossFit. But because tomorrow you'll be getting some more feeds from the individual, I'm going to focus more on my own experience and also some of the athletes that I'm interested in that I don't think are going to be on the live feed. So I'm probably not going to focus on the people that are winning the events unless it's one of the people I'm focusing on. Those people will probably be like Gabby Magawa, Laura Horvath, Annie Thorisdottir. Let me know if there's any others you're interested in. I'm going to feature the ones that I'm personally interested in, their stories, and if there's anything that's going on that's interesting about them rather than who's winning, because CrossFit will cover who's winning. It was amazing to be in the Coliseum. It was actually really nice and cool in there, and my seats, I quite like my seats. They're really, really high up. They're some of the cheapest seats there, even though I probably paid like 3 times the price because it was a resale. But it's totally fine, and I'm happy because I'm kind of out of the way of everybody and my zoom lens is good enough to get footage. I mean, the footage that you've seen is the footage that I'll be able to get the rest of the week. If you enjoyed this video, you might want to watch some of the others on this playlist, and this playlist is where all of the other videos from the week are going to go. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.